And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Philly's offense getting...
He's got to play disciplined defense, but, you know, if he can make an impact for guys. So what I wonder is, as you see Pablo playing bully ball, it's like shining him more a little bit because he's been terrific all afternoon.
They go play action here on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
So now the Chiefs go on offense in great starting field position. Now they'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the former Aztec from San Diego State.
And it doesn't feel like that long ago that when a quarterback was drafted in the first round, he would sit for a while, learn from a veteran. But these days, you're in the mix right away to be the starter week one. But he has to earn it, and that begins right here with the first preseason game.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Now they'll send the tight end in motion left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And it pushes right forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, it's Barkley. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
A first down carry for Barkley. And flags come as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. All right, so they'll march backwards on the illegal block in the back.
And that's always a really tough call for the official, and I tend to give the benefit of the doubt. Remember, a block from the side is legal, but that time, they made the determination that that one did come in the back.
Throwing is Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Hurts going to give this to Shipley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Straight ahead, Shipley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Will Shipley from 40 yards out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive. They watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So they haven't been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field. And you and I both know, one big play that gets them right back up to that level.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made here at the 36. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
2nd and 3. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That one caught by Rice. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll go with a keeper. And he will have the Chiefs first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. The tight end in motion right. Now the fan favorite, this is Carson Steele. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Looking to throw. Holiday. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Holiday. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He'll try to do this himself. take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Stop safety issues by checking systems before they become bigger problems. Go further with quality repairs that can cost the company.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to Shipley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, McCord. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Hooker. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. It's Keely Ringo that time knocking it away.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, first and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's third down and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll try and do this himself. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense.
Then you fucking stop.
It does, and I know
Fucking throw the ball away, you
at
dumb.
one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is. Just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have. Make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up first and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Hooker got his man. It's Williams. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Throwing, Hooker. Throw left side, complete to Ross. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. All play action. Here's Hooker. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll try to steal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Here's Hooker. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
3rd and goal. Here's Hooker. And that is caught for a touchdown, Kansas City. Justin Ross, a 9-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
And the Chiefs are going to get it. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
From the gun on third down, McCord. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, they came up with points in their first two possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And taken at the 46. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out when they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Hooker. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down. Hooker. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. On the handoff, it's Shipley. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Once again, it's Shipley. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys are getting along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Able to shake him off. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Hooker's going to throw it. Finding Williams once more, complete. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Hooker to throw it. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Hooker from the gun on 3rd down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Butker's kick here is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this 1st half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this 1st half. Well, not much time remains here in this 1st half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Throwing to start the drive. McCord. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop her with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 5. And that's caught inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCord. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete. So on 3rd down, a field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this 1st half. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the 1st half of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason open. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. Second and a couple. To the left side, he's got Royals. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. Now a bootleg with Hooker. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Hooker. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Hooker. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 3rd and 12. Again, it's Hooker looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Steele. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Hooker. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal and over to go.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. They'll run. Here's Shipley. Fancy footwork at the 45. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Now a play fake here on first down. Now a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. A run on first down with Shipley. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They go play action here on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Here's the option. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, third and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Eagles have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Chiefs offense set to go. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Come on.
Throwing again on second and 10. Hooker. And he's got his big tight end here. Third and 5. Back to throw. Hooker. And to find the open man, that's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. DJ Johnson, the one who got there for the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
It's complete to Williams. Third down and 13. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Down to about the 22 here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. On 3rd down, they'll try to run for it on the draw. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. McCord. Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And not a whole lot there as he'll get him down at about the 2. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. McCord. Touchdown! Isaiah Likely. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. That time, a 9-play drive. And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the 4th as the kick is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, Steele. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Hooker. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. defensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCord. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. McCord. And this is going to be intercepted. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. On to give it Steele. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Butker now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. McCord. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. Sidney Brown in on the tackle. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Hooker. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Throwing. Hooker. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. Now he's going to step up and run. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Off the play fake. McCord. Now he'll tuck this and run. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCord. And he's got the connection to Cooper. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Ball at the 18-yard line. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's Marshall. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the 4th as the kick is away. And able to get this out to the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Here's second down. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab it.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's third down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. This is first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCord. Here comes second down. Back to throw. McCord. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's third down. Looking to throw. McCord. Pass complete. It's likely. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this. This is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Just a 4-play drive that time. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a